and I have lost the will to live. What is going on? Mate, I've got City of Lost Angels, not the prompts that I can pick for Team Black Panther. I have both paper versions, paper copies, and hard copies. Nope.
I like to rap, but I sing a lot. I let the 808s.
Hi guys, welcome. I'm filming this very quickly on a Tuesday evening, the 31st of May, in between chatty bits on my life sprints, because did I film my TBR with adequate time? No. Don't at me. I don't know what my life is, okay? I've still not finished my May TBR, however, we move and we are on to discussing my June TBR for my readathon. Bear with, I don't know where I've written my list. Don't ask me why I decided to change from writing it in a normal notebook to writing it in a schedule. I'll just be telling you what I'll be reading rather than holding books up, because a lot of these I don't physically have at present. Either that or I need to wait until, I don't want to get them off the shelves altogether, because it would be another stack of books that I have nowhere to put, because May's TBR is still on my cart, and March and April books and some books that I've been gifted and purchased over the last few months are still behind you on the vanity, which is why I'm still facing this way. So let's just review what my TBR is going to be like in the month of June. So because we know I am a failure in life and I didn't finish my May TBR, oh shit, I've got to pull my books. Damn it. I forgot that I have to pull my jars. So, my May TBR is going to be carried over somewhat. City of Lost Souls to read, Spirit Bound, and I want to finish Cold from the North and Spin the Dawn. If I can, I'll try and get them to fit into some other prompts somewhere, but those are the books I want to carry over because I really want to get those finished. Oh I'll be carrying Darkness of Light over. I don't know when I'm going to read that, but I'm going to try and fit another prompt in where Darkness of Light was in the Royal Readathon. Not that you need to know this, but here we go. This month's Kindle pick, which I still haven't read, so I'm going to be deleting Gentry off my Kindle because I haven't read it. This is Fighting Destiny by Amelia Hutchins. This is it. You can't read that, am I writing shit? This is an erotica, I know that, I think. I say I know that, and then I say I think. This was another book that was sent to me. I don't know if I was beta reading this, and then I was sent a finished copy. Back in 2016-2017, I did beta read a lot of erotica. Or you might want to call it fantasy romance now, because it has some fantasy elements, or smut, basically. I did beta read and proofread a lot of those books for indie authors. So some of the copies that are still on my Kindle are beta copies, or uncorrected proofs. I don't know which one this is. I'm going to go to 12 books, 12 prompts, and Gemma has swapped out for somebody in here, so, oh, don't want that, I just want one. But I'm gonna, oh no. Damn it! This is another book I'm going to have to buy. Danny. So the prompt is pink on the cover. That's doable. I've got some books that I could potentially use for that I'm already reading in this month's TBR. And her book was Where the Crawdads Sing. I've been wanting to read that for a while. It's not my normal genre, but I read the synopsis and I feel like it's something that I could enjoy. And before Daddy picked it for me, it was on my Goodreads want to read list anyway. So, you know, that's a sign, innit, really. That also does have pink on the cover, but that means I need to add another book to my TBR. So, okay. Readathon wise, I have my own readathon. Whoop! Secret Secret is out. I have a readathon that starts on the 1st of June. Got Marvelathon. At present, we have 166 people signed up. And I want to cry, but we're not going to cry. We're going to swiftly move on. And I'll also tentatively be taking part in whatever-a-thon. And when I do, I'll be looking books for Team Shelf Slayers. Because obviously, Ro and Spoops are captains or co-captains. So I'm going to support the girls. Shelf Slayers, it is. It was mixed between that and the one that Cassie was hosting, which was Sunset Readers, I think. So the books that I am going to tentatively put on my TBR for books that I want to get through that are going to fit the prompts best for me. I shot myself in the foot in one respect. One of the prompts that I could pick for Team Black Widow is murder, which is fine. That's fine. The other prompt that can get me 50 points is Slavic or Russian folklore. After I put that in my prompts, I realised that I have very few books that have that in it. So, I'm having to go out and just purchase a few books. So. Some of these I'm going to try and get on audio only, just so I don't have to purchase physical books. But some of them I already have. So, Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I have both paperbacks and hardbacks of these. This time I might tab it as I go in the paperbacks, but I will be reading those two books. These two books are very quick reads for me. Read them both in one sitting last time, and I think that they will be straight out of the gate great, easy reads. So there's them. There's The House of Chicken Legs, The Girl Who Speaks Bear, and The Thief Who Sang the Storms by Sophie Anderson. Now these three books are all sort of like Russian, Slavic, folklore, fairy tale type of things. I think I have Goodreads this, and it does say that they all have like Slavic folklore, and I know that Sophie Anderson does books with that as a theme, so those are the books that I'm picking. I think that it fits, so it fits. I'm making it fit, guys. And these are all middle grades, so I'm really hoping that they are very quick reads. Fingers crossed. Next book is Bear the Nightingale. So I don't think I'll get through the full series of this. I do only own the first book in this series physically, but Bear the Nightingale is Russian folklore, and it's fantasy, which is my wheelhouse. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that I can get around to this. And a lot of these books also already have black on the cover, so that automatically get my team extra points. And a lot of these involve murder already that I'm going to be reading out to you, so you know, jobs are good on that one. Next up we have Hunted. Now I need to see if I can get this physically. I did want the second book in this series, but Hunted is one I've had my eye on for ages. It wasn't in Fairy Loot years ago, but I wasn't subscribed at that point, and I'm gutted that I missed out. But yeah, Hunted. I don't know what it is about Slavic folklore it has in it, but it was on Goodreads as shelved under that category. So Goodreads said it exists with that theme, then I'm doing it. Next is Rule of Wolves and King of Scars. Once again, really, really quick reads. Lee Bardugo for me is just top tier shit. I will hopefully get through both of these books. Yes, they are chonkers, and I am well aware that they are chonkers, but you know, we move, we try. There's also Shadow and Bone. I might try and reread that, because again, all within the same wheelhouse. Lee Bardugo seems to like this as a background theme in all her books, apparently, according to Goodreads. So there we go. And one I didn't know that is also shelved under this is The Bright of the Pale by Jessica Rubikowski. I have this physically, and it's a stunning cover. I don't have the second one, unfortunately, yet, but I do have the first one, so I could read this. We are then moving on to Buddy Reads. Buddy Reads. So, I have Wrath and City of Brass that I am reading with Hattie. Both of these do have black silver on the cover, but none of them have Slavic folklore in. Both of them will probably have murder in, or do have murder in. Do they have murder in? Yes, Wrath definitely does. I think City of Brass has murder in as well. But if it doesn't, I'll make it fit because I think it has murdering. Next up is Emma, and that is a group buddy read with some of my friends. And it's also the book for Recreate Book Club for this month. So I'll be reading that, and I'm so excited. It's my first ever classic. I have the audio as well in case I struggle with the physical read. My wheelhouse is generally fantasy, sci-fi, and there's some genres that sit within that, and some contemporary, maybe a thriller here and there, if it's not too stabby, gore everywhere. But classics I've stayed away from for many a year. But I'm dipping my toes in because my friends have reassured me that if there were any classics that I would be liking, it's this, Pride and Prejudice and Jane Eyre. So I'm just gonna trust my friends and hope this works. And then we have Ruin of Kings, which is the first month of It's All About Fantasy. It's our book club pick for the month. I'm so excited. I've got a readathon, I've got a book club, I've got a podcast starting soon. I'm just in my happy place all over right now. Like, just literally the best time I am having with regards to my Booktube and Bookstagram and all that. It's just so much fun. And I can't wait to dive into this book. I have been told so many times that I would like this book. I have been told by so many people how amazing it is. And I literally want to just dive right in. And I'm running this book club with Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic and Kate from A Pinch of Happy. They are two lovely girls, so please go check them out. I'll leave everyone that I mentioned linked below. I also have book 6 of, I don't know what book 6 is, The Last Sacrifice of the Readalongs done by Liv, and the By the Angel Long book, which is Clockwork something or other, that's run by Becca. Is it Princess, Angel, one of the three, and I'll be reading those two because the likelihood is I'll be on the lives, so I need to read them. And also I'm taking part in these read-alongs, and I will not fail. I have almost failed this month. I will not fail again. I'm sorry girls, I won't fail you again, I promise. And then the other couple of books I want to get to, because they are either arcs or they are Yalk books, are Witch by Finbar. What's her name? I can't remember his last name. Finbar. I picked this up before it was at Yalk. I picked this up when I went to see Becca, and then literally like a couple of days after I picked it up, it was announced. Was it a couple of weeks after I picked it up? It was announced that someone had gone to Yalk. So it's got Witch in the title of the book. What I already picked up. And he's at Yalk, so it's calling my name. It's just fate that this happens, you know what I mean? So it's telling me you need to read me in June. So, there we go. The Sunshine Project by Benjamin Dean. Again, he's at Yalk in July. I have read Me and My Dad at the End of the Rainbow. I loved it. And I want to read The Sunshine Project so I can get them both signed. Fingers crossed. A Little Bit of Country is an arc that was sent by Harper 360. And I have been flying through their books that they send me. So I'm really hoping that I will fly through this one as well. It was If You Change Your Mind by Robbie Webber. It's a YA contemporary, but I don't think it was too YA for me. This is older YA, like after they've left school. But I think it's still teenagers, so they're still classed as YA, I think. I'm guessing so, because it was sent from Harper 360 YA. You don't need to know this. I'm reading it. I want to read it. There we go. Done. And then Sorcerer Within, it was sent to me so very kindly, sent to me as an arc. Nope. And finally, A Sorcerer Within, this was sent to me as an indie book to read. He submitted his book as part of the SPFBO 8 run by Mark Lawrence, and loads of authors have messaged me and commented for me to read their books. So if I don't get around to them this month or next month, I am doing a full month in August called Indie August that was started by Literature and Lo-Fi. At the moment he has not got any socials active, so I can't tag him, or I can, but you won't be able to get to his page or anything because he has temporarily, as far as I'm aware, deactivated his socials and things. So but this was created by him, so I do want to credit him for that. So I am taking part in that in August. So any books I don't get to in the next couple of months will be read in August. So, yeah. Another book that I'm buddy reading, I still totally forgot it, is Boneshard Daughter. I'm buddy reading this with Lindsay. We've buddy read a book every month since August last year, and I do love our little buddy reads. And last month we read Legends of Lattes, which we both adored, obviously, and I'm just so happy that we get to buddy read again, and I'm really hoping that I like Boneshard Daughter. Cass has told me that I'm going to like it. Catherine has told me I'm going to like it. So my friends tell me I'm going to like it. I'm going to, again, trust that my friends know my taste. So I have to buy that today. It should arrive tomorrow, and then we can start it on Monday. So them's is the books I want to read, and then I've got to add bloody this ebook on top of that. Whatever it was, Fighting Destiny. I'm guessing if it's a smutty read, it's going to be a quick one, because they're generally not any longer than sort of like 200 pages, the ones that used to get sent. So I'm guessing that's going to be okay, but we'll see. I'm really excited to read Danny's picks, and it kind of works well that there's like one book that can fit both prompts. But I've carried over Spin the Dawn, so that has pink in the cover anyway. But that was my very quick rundown of my TBR. I'm going to head off and edit this, and you should be seeing this on June the 1st. I know that it's relatively late for a TBR, but there we go. That's it. That's me done. Dusted. Fantabulous. I don't know how many books that is. I will count it here how many books this is. And we will hope and pray that Lisa can get her brain in gear. Today, this month was an okay month. It was slightly slumpy. Not terribly slumpy, but parts of the month that I was really slumpy. So I've decided to just not be too hard on myself. I say that I've read 14 books, but I feel slumpy based because my TBR was 23 and I've read 14. If I can finish City of Lost Souls today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Love you all very much, and I'll see you soon.